J-Man. I am Jason, defender of geekdom. My true calling in life was revealed to me the day I had discovered YouTube. I have the power! I became J-Man, the most powerful geek in the universe. Only 3 others share this secret. My friends Steven, Owen, and Sean. Together, we defend geekdom from the evil forces of social media. J-Man. Hello. I thought I'd play that for the intro there. It kind of fit. Anyways, J-Man here, talking some more wrestling. We're going to be talking about SmackDown. I watched NXT as well, so I can talk about that. There's actually a lot going on NXT, actually, in the women's division. So I saw SmackDown, and this is last week's NXT because NXT's on tonight, I think, and yesterday's Raw. So, just a couple of quick updates before we get going here. I've been doing more and more Spawn comic reviews, so check those out if you're a Spawn fan. I've been really enjoying Spawn. I'm stopping my Marvel and DC stuff, at least for now. DC might be rebooting again, so we'll talk about that on Thursday. This Thursday, we're going to have our open mic Phantom Zone talk, so we'll talk about all this other stuff, She-Hulk episode 100 or whatever they're on. Rings of Power. I kind of like dozed off halfway through episode 3, but I'm going to finish it and I'm going to watch episode 4 too. And so that'll be on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. It'll be open mic. Friday, we're going to continue our space opera versus. We're going to have Space Raiders versus Ice Pirates. And I actually had never seen Space Raiders till last night. It's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was like, I didn't think this was too bad. So I'm really nervous now. I was really positive going in. I'm going to rewatch Ice Pirates. I've seen it a million times. I watched it as a kid. So Ice Pirates has the edge. It's got the edge. But Space Raiders wasn't a garbage movie, though it did reuse the ships from Battle Beyond the Stars. But had I not known that, it may have played out differently in my rating. That'll be this Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do that. Okay, so let's get going here with our wrestling talk and bring in my buddy here. Hello.
Hello.
Joe Ding Dong. Yes,
Ding Dong.
Hello. Ding Dong. Hello. That's how we'll start. But I've been watching NXT now. I know you have. I don't think you're not watching it, right? Do you read what happens, or
I've watched the highlights of the women's stuff for NXT. So
I see. Okay, so we can talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, that would be that, then SmackDown, then Raw.
Cool.
Before we do that, Ding Dong Hello. Yes, that'll be our
hello.
thing. We can use Ding Dong Hello. So I got a pretty cool thing coming in the mail, guys, that I'm going to show you guys when I get. I ordered the women's SmackDown mini belt, and I ordered the Bayley longest running SmackDown Women's Champion plaque, which gives you a piece of a Bayley buddy and gives you a piece of the mat that was used, I guess, in one of her matches. I didn't read the details. So that's coming in. There was a 25% off sale, so I grabbed those. I wanted to get a Becky plaque with the Raw Women's Championship. Unfortunately, the Becky plaques were really, they're okay. Like, I would buy any of them, but I've got limited space for stuff. So I thought, you know what, let me hold off on those. I'll wait maybe for Becky's return and maybe get something from that. Or I'm sure she's going to win a title belt in the near future once that happens, I'll get a plaque for that, and then I'll get maybe the Raw Women's Championship belt if I don't have that. So, okay. Also, but I did get something. This is so random, and I was going to do a live unboxing, but then I just said, screw it, I'm not going to do that. I went to Toys R Us looking for, I collect He-Man figures, not everything, but occasionally I like to see what's out there. And I do sometimes get, McFarlane toys. Like I picked up the Vigilante Funko Pop just because I liked Vigilante in Peacemaker. I thought he's a fun character. So while I was there perusing that, I went to the clearance section and I found something in the clearance section for $4 Canadian. That's like 5 cents American. That's like $3 American. It's like that's like $2.70 American or something. So for $2.70, I got what I'm going to show you now. It's a little girl's toy. Yes, I bought a little girl's toy, but that's okay. I bought it mostly for 2 things, and I'll show you. I'll go through those right now. So I have to get this out. I only kept this to show you guys because once I show you, I'm going to give this to my niece. But I got this here.
Oh,
it was a Bailey pack. All right. And it was marketed to little girls. Now, why did I buy this? Well, I bought it specifically for this headband here that you get. No. No, you get this headband, which has nothing to do with Bailey because
I've never seen her wear that.
Yeah, the figure doesn't have this. Neither does this on the packaging. Like, wouldn't they have given you this?
The little tricolor.
Wouldn't they give you that? It doesn't really even match her style. I bet you this is from another toy, and they just repackaged it.
Probably.
And then here's another thing. It's a bracelet, which just has Bailey in like a super generic font. That is not her font. So again, this is a generic toy it's just a generic clip that they, whatever. I tried to wear it, but kind of. I lost a lot of weight. Now it's not coming off though. There you go. So you got these 2 rubbish things. We'll just give my niece. She'll play with it for 5 minutes and throw it away. But I will show you what did come with it, which is why I did grab that all. You got 2 things. So you got a DVD of matches.
Oh.
So, I mean, and Steve, if you want this, they have a few at my Toys R Us. Check yours in the clearance. Okay. It's worth getting the DVD because I'll tell you the matches on here. It's like an hour and 10 minutes of it's pretty good. And then you get a figure as well. I do already have a Bailey figure. I will keep the figure. It's Bailey with her, her pigtail or whatever. It says I'm a hugger on it. It is very like kid friendly.
Oh yeah.
Focus that.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a bit of a kid friendly figure. The posability is not so bad. Like you can kind of move around okay. You got the waist and things. So it's not awful. I'm gonna keep it just to keep it because it's a figure. My niece will literally just destroy this. Like she's running 4, so she'll just destroy this. I'll keep it. But so this here, easy
on the package, yeah.
Yeah, this is like her. Like there's the. So I actually watched all the matches on here too. So yeah, this is a DVD. It's not Blu-ray. You get, so the beginning has just like a quick bio on her and, whatever, like one of those vignettes or whatever. And you get Bailey versus Sasha Banks for the NXT takeover of Brooklyn, right? That was an amazing match.
Totally random.
And I mean, it was, so basically these are saying the unforgettable matches. Though it's not easy. Okay, yeah. See, I don't know. I didn't know Bailey at this time. So that match was it is worth the money for that match for me. I was like, oh well, the rest of the matches could suck, and this was that was a fantastic match. I think it was voted one of the better matches.
Yeah.
Then we got Bailey and Sasha versus Dana Brooke and Charlotte at WWE Battleground. That was a pretty good match as well. And then you got Bailey versus Nia Jax And this was the NXT Takeover London. It was pretty good too.
Matches in that
I mean, yeah. So it's just like this random. So I saw the package. I thought, I'm not going to get this. It's silly. It's for kids. Even for this figure, I wouldn't have paid the money. But then I was like, oh, there's a DVD exclusive matches. I thought it's $4. Why not? Like, why not? You know, like. So yeah, $4. So $2. And what actually is it? Let's get the calculator out. It's like $4.
$1.33 match.
It's like, yeah, it's like under $2. I mean, it's under $3. So it's like you're basically paying less than $1 a match, right? Even in Canadian, you could say that if this figure is $2, the matches are $2. Like, I mean, it's worth it for this. Like, this figure is not really a premium WWE figure, but you could tell it was Bayley. Like, if I just said, "Hey, who is this?" You should be able to see. You could say, "Oh, yeah, that's Bayley," because you could see it's a wrestler, and you know she's got the ponytail and all that, so you could tell. But yeah, so there you go, $4 at my Toys R Us here. I got my wife and I went to Cora's, and we were walking home. I was like, let's walk because it's right next to Toys R Us, so we go for breakfast. I was like, let's go to Toys R Us and see what they have, and they had this. I'm like, why not? And I got the Vigilante Funko Pop, so that was the adult thing. All right, put that over here. Oh yeah, and this is a random thing for Steve. I don't know if you care about this, but this relaunched #1.
Oh yeah.
So that's everywhere. You can get it everywhere. And I got the original looking, like the old school looking cover.
I saw that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Man, I have to say that DVD was worth it for that. It was actually worth it just for that, like $4. I mean, it's nothing for me. It's definitely worth it. So yeah, okay. So NXT we can talk about quickly. I tried to I don't know everybody on here, so my notes are like not the best ever. But Fallon
Hensley
fought Lash Legend. Lash Legend. Fallon won. I think it was a clean win.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good.
She reminded me of Becky the Farmer's daughter.
Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah, and I liked Becky the Farmer's daughter.
I did like her too. Last Legend, I forget who it was. I don't remember if it was Joe or Double C, but one of them mentioned not liking Lash Legend. She's a tall Amazonian heel, and she talks a lot in the freaking ring. It seemed like she was always talking during that match.
So let us know in the comments who is not
a big Lash Legend fan.
A big fan of her. I don't know any. This is my first time. It's like maybe my second or third. It's probably my first time seriously watching it. Yeah. And I only watched the women's parts.
Yeah.
So what that means is that I fast forwarded. It was about Double C. It was
Double C. Okay. I remember Double C. It was you or Joe when someone mentioned they didn't like Lash Legend, and she does a lot of talking, like, but she hasn't really, from what I remember, she's not really that big she's more of a lower tier, if I'm not mistaken. She's not like main tier.
Yeah, I don't know, but you know what? It wasn't too bad.
Yep.
We had Mandy and Toxic Attraction. They came out talking about the titles, and there was like, oh, the titles that are on loan to you other people and whatever. So that was kind of funny. I think Mandy Rose got married, or
she's getting engaged.
Engaged. Yeah. Engage. No. So she's engaged. Alba Fire came out.
Kaylee Ray. Yeah, Alba Fire now. I don't know why they changed her name.
She was beating up Mandy or whatever. She's Scottish, or
she's Scottish. You're right. Yeah, she's tall enough. Oh, okay.
I see. Well, there's NXT is very action packed.
Yes, it is.
It's actually more like what I remember wrestling to be. It was very, very weird. You're watching, you're like, wow, there's a lot going on here. And I kept, and actually, so here's my notepad of notes, right? Notepad of notes, duh. So if you look at my bullet points, so bullet points are my talking points. I've got for SmackDown, I've got 2 bullet points. For NXT, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
For Raw, I've got 3, but the last bullet point is like a whole list of stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about that thing. But like going back to this, like Mandy Rose and Toxic Attraction, they're obviously the top heels.
Big time.
Alba Fire, Kaylee Ray, was the UK NXT champion for a while. I believe she was a heel a lot there, so kind of interested that she's a face here. And again, don't know why I changed her name. She's basically a weird character, though. I think there's a comment about. We'll get talking about Cora Jade in a minute, but like she was talking about how weird she is, and I'm like, yeah, I guess she's like basically the Finn Balor demon-esque character of NXT, where she'll come out but she came out with like a bat, didn't she? She had some
weapon or something on her.
She had a weapon, she's gonna, a red bat.
She's gonna beat up Mandy Rose or whatever. She looks cool, so
Yeah, I like Kaylee Ray or Alba Firewire, how she's calling herself. I do like Toxic Attraction too a lot. Tiffany Stratton.
I'll have to look her up. I didn't see her.
Yeah, I didn't see her.
I'll look her up. We'll look her up when we'll look her up at the end where we can share my screen and go through her. Cora Jade, there's a segment on Cora Jade. She seemed pretty cool.
Yeah, she's the, I guess the Avril Lavigne skater boy character who like started out as a face, and then her friends joined her, and then she turned on her. She's the one who threw the NXT Tag Championship into the garbage, and now she's all a heel. What I did like is that
you should recycle it.
Yeah, I know. Think of the environment, seriously. But like, what I did like is she ran down everyone. She ran down every single female. Well, not every single one, but like quite a few. Like she ran down Zoe Stark. She ran down the large boobed lady who I've named mistakes me or escapes me right now. She ran down Toxic Attraction. She ran down everyone.
Not the large boob woman.
A huge boob woman. Joe talked about her, like, how guys are horny for her, and I saw her. I'm like, well, I wonder why.
Joe, let us know who it is.
No, it's Zoe Stark's partner. I forget her name.
Nikita Lyons.
Nikita Lyons. That's
Nikita Lyons. Oh yeah.
Yeah, she ran her down a smug and all that.
Yeah.
It was a cool promo. I think if they're trying to push her as a heel, it was a good promo. And she does, at least she said, I don't like you I still don't like you about Toxic Attraction, but I get where you're coming from now. Though I always am weirded out by, hey, I'm totally different now as a heel. Like, I now understand everything that you were saying. Like, I don't like that. I like when characters can continue on. Like, I like that she said, I still don't like you. Like, I wish they would do that where, like, I become a heel. I think Edge did this when he became a face. And Triple H came up. He's like, oh, we got to team up in that. And Edge was like, why? Because we're both good guys? And he says, I don't want to team with you. You're a schmuck. I'm like, yeah, that's the realistic answer. And I like that. Like, I liked in Raw this week how Finn Balor went up and he's like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how Wendy Chu does it. She shows up in a onesie and she wrestles. I'm like, yeah. But like, I liked how Finn Balor approached AJ Styles, and he's like, "Oh, we're so cool. You're just ghosting me." He's like, "Yeah, you joined Judgment Day. What do you want me to say?"
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I really like that whole thing. That was a great.
Yeah, it's like they changed their characters. Like, oh, now I'm a good guy, so now we're all teaming up. It's like, yeah, well, like friggin' 1 month ago, I despised you. Like, what happened?
It's the short memories of the the way they treat the fans stupid. I wish they wouldn't do that.
Yeah. What? Right? I don't remember this from last week. The worst ever was that kid that came on Jerry Springer. And you can look this up on YouTube. He came on Jerry Springer and he liked Razor Ramon. And then Razor Ramon turned heel like that pay-per-view where that kid like that kid had ringside tickets to watch Razor Ramon turn heel. And it was like this big moment of like, oh, I'm this little kid that loves Razor. It's like, oh, I'm turning heel tomorrow, kids. So
that's awesome, man.
But yeah, Wendy Chu had an interview, and she's got that. I don't know. She's just like a weird character. It's like a baby or something. She's like a
Yeah,
kid.
she's just like a kid. I don't understand. I don't understand how it works, but it seems to. Like she was fighting Mandy Rose for the championship. I'm like, she's like a baby. But she's been a heel too. Like I never understood that ever. Like she's a baby heel. Like
Baby,
I have no idea.
Baby face, baby heel. Why not? And then we had Zoe Stark and Nikita Lyons versus Kiana James and Ariana Grace. Is that?
I think they're both kind of jobbers from what I see.
I see. Okay.
Like they didn't seem to have.
Yeah, because Nikita, like they just beat the crap out of them.
They beat the living. Like Zoe Stark, that Z365 was an awesome thing where she spun her and then hit her in the knee at the end. Awesome. I don't know. I mean, Nikita Lyons could just hit you for boobs and you'd be out. Like I don't.
Nikita Lyons, it's just he does like the split on you.
Yeah, I was just
yeah, I know. I'm like, it's like dirty mind. I'm like, that's.
I can't help it. I'm like, seriously. Weird, yeah. I mean, I'd lay down and let her do that to me. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my god! I don't have any of my banners ready. Hold on. Do I have any?
Oh my
god! That would be me.
Oh,
except I'm laying on the ground.
Don't even think about it, pal. Don't even think about it.
I mean, I don't even know how Nikita Lyons like goes around her chest to punch. Like, I don't even understand. Like, it looks like she hit her boob every time she goes to throw a punch.
Oh my gosh! Well, that stream's canceled. So, Steve, we're almost at 300 views on don't. Well, maybe that'll get us the views. Let's see.
That's the thing. We need more boob talk here.
We need more. Yeah, that is true. I think was that the one. Maybe that was the one where Skeptic was asking who all the attractive ones were. And then people were like, "Ooh, I'm gonna watch this stream instead." It's like,
These
just had a slideshow of the different wrestlers.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, Smacketh Downeth. We had Damage Control come out.
Yeah.
And then we all suck, of course, which is fine. I definitely suck. And so we had Bailey versus Raquel.
Yeah, this was one I think you actually mentioned to me. Like, how are they going to book this? I'm like, yeah.
I saw that on Insta, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Oh, the Lioness. I'm going to look that up.
With normal, how's that going to work?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there she is. We'll look at it after. But so yeah, where are we here? Yeah, so Damage Control. Okay, came out. Blah blah. Raquel.
Blah blah blah.
And Bailey just kept taking out the legs, kind of a thing,
Yeah, it was the usual thing. Yeah, women of wrestling.
I know it.
She kept.
Yeah, it was the usual Raquel match. They got to beat her
usual
up.
Raquel. I got to attack the legs because no one is as tall as Raquel. I did like the fact that she wasn't smiling. She did take it seriously. Apparently, Aaliyah is made of glass because she was put on the shelf. I don't know if that's legit or not, or she just needs a vacation.
I don't follow her on any of her socials, so I don't really know.
But it was a good match. I think it was they did it realistically. Like Raquel beat the living hell out of Bailey for most of the match.
Right.
Like tossed her around. I liked her using Io Sky as a weapon on Dakota Kai. Like she just picked her up and threw her on top of Dakota Kai. And they both just died. Like that was awesome.
Yeah, Raquel's just like this big monster, so they just got to beat the crap out of her and just like whittle her down, kind of a thing. That's there were shenanigans
for her to lose, right?
Like, yeah.
But it's always satisfying. Like I find why I like Raquel so much is I know I'm going to get a really satisfying match, especially if I don't like the heel character. Like Raquel's going to literally, it's almost like the Incredible Hulk. where Raquel's just going to like literally use her, and like it's like Jason in Jason X, where he grabs the sweeping bag, he's just like hitting the girl against a tree. It's literally like that, where she just uses her as a weapon. And there's always one move per match where someone tries to do something and Raquel just overpowers them, like looks at her as if they're nuts and then overpowers them. And I just love that about Raquel. I just love how big she is, and she just can overpower anyone. It's very satisfying to watch her wrestle. And
then Shotzi came out.
Very happy to see Shotzi come out. And they sort of did it smart that, listen, the entire women's locker room is tired of Damage Control because they're putting down everyone. So even if the heel characters are turning face, like I would have liked to have seen someone come out of the locker room on Raw. We'll talk about that, but at the end of that Raw match, I think I like the idea that, listen, no one can stand these people, and they're just going to take on everyone. Like they have no
and
fun.
I like that. It's like, I'm, Shotzi comes out. It's like, well, I'm sick and tired of this crap or whatever.
Yeah.
I like Shotzi. I got her autograph, as you know, from the thing. And she's like my favorite person to follow because she likes horror movies. So she's going to these horror movie things, and she's like, she had a thing where she was dressed up as Ash and she was fighting a guy who's dressed up as Leatherface. And I was like, the guy who dressed up as Leatherface is exactly from part one. And I'm like, it's like, so she does a lot of stuff like that. That's not even wrestling related. She just likes, like, I would be friends with her in real life. It's because she likes the same kind of stuff that I do. So I'm like, it's cool to follow. She's like my favorite person to follow.
Yeah, I like Shotzi. I like her as,
yeah, she's like she's like Tank Girl. She's got.
But she also had Tegan Nox with her when she was doing that, right? Or did she come out solo? I can't. I didn't watch Shotzi in NXT, so I don't know if she came out. If Tegan Nox and her were a long-time team, or if she would wrestle solo with the Tank. If she comes out with the Tank, though, that's awesome. I loved the Tank. I loved the Tank, the helmet, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, I like that. That's the way her action figure is, which I might get if. The only problem is that the guy who sells these figures, he's one of those guys that shows up and buys them all from Walmart or Toys R Us before you get a chance to. And it's like, I hate buying from him. So I actually had this Shotzi figure in my hand, and I was like, nah, I'm not going to get it because I wasn't. And the Bailey that I bought, the Ronda that I bought was from a different guy who I've never bought from before. I've never seen before, but he had a lot of wrestling stuff. So
resellers are especially from like mass market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like like some guy, you could buy this at Toys R Us for $4. Some guy will buy this and put it for like, 20 like, or something, Anyway. Okay, then we had the Ronda interview. That was pre-taped, right?
I assume so. I thought it was funny because you saw Ronda talking to the interviewer and she was all normal, and then like the interview actually started and Ronda became like character Ronda, where she was all angry and then Liv showed up and it's usual stuff. I really, again, I don't think we need to rehash this feud. I'm not quite sure, other than like, I don't know what's this third match going to be now. Like, you're going to the well, I think I said this last time, a lot, and eventually you're going to diminish Liv because it's going to start getting ridiculous that she can keep beating Ronda.
Right. Yeah, and I don't know what they're gonna do. Like they're gonna have to figure something out. There's the Tank.
Yeah, I like the Tank. I really like the Tank.
TCB, is that take care of business?
Yep.
Oh wow, the TCB Tank.
You guys don't know J-Man, but that's something he says a lot. Is
I say TCB all the time, man.
Yeah.
It's from the Wolfman. I got it from the Wolfman. I wonder if she got it from there, or if that was a
I wouldn't doubt it if she's a horror movie fan.
Yeah, I got it from what's it called? Hilarious House of Frightenstein, the Wolfman. Damn it, TCB, take care of business.
Yeah. Oh, the Hilarious House of Frightenstein was brilliant.
Well, it was awesome. But yeah.
Stratton. Yeah.
There you go.
Woo! Spoiled rich girl, eh?
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I can see that with the little bow ties over the boots. That Wendy Chu humping her.
She's pretty like muscular too.
Yeah.
What was the other one we had to look up?
There's
Nikita
Lioness.
Yeah, I looked at Nikita Lyons.
There she is in the background there.
Yeah, I saw that. There he goes. It was this, right? Yeah, like what the heck?
Yeah, well, no.
Hey, that's in the video game.
Yeah. I mean, yes, but no.
It's just where you're like, whoa!
Here comes my, yeah, okay.
Here comes the money. Dollar,
No.
bling, bling. All right. Let's talk about Raw.
Dancing. I love the one where he came out dancing and he danced all around the ring while Vince McMahon was lying dead in a corner. and Stone Cold just watched him and he stopped dancing. He stunned him. I'm like, you should have kept dancing.
Like, what is going on? All right. So Raw Damage Control yet again. They had the championship celebration. I love the vehicle. There's Damage Control vehicles now. I love they need to do the action figure set with like the vehicles, and you can sit them in the vehicles and whatever. They need to have the vehicles going. I like that.
Yeah, they came out and they're like, you got, again, you're in the Bay Area. Bailey's from the Bay Area, so this crowd, I didn't like this crowd.
Oh, how come?
I found them very much like, I don't know. It was a little bit annoying. They were just like, at the beginning they were cheering Seth Rollins. I'm kind of like, really, like, and then it seemed that they were bound and determined. Like they kept humming his theme song, and I'm like, really, guys? Like, there's certain crowds that want to take the attention off the match because they're on television, and this felt like one of them.
Right.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Like, it's not as bad as the beach ball thing where they kept doing the beach ball during the match, and that was just, I'm really glad Cesaro grabbed that and popped it. But it just felt like the crowd was just very much like that. Like, just trying to, hijack the matches and just be like, hey, we're the attraction. It's like, no, watch.
Yeah, it does get a little bit irritating sometimes where it's like, I don't care about you and your big chanting or whatever.
Yeah, and the what thing drives me nuts. I hate the what.
Literally, do I have a thing for it? Here, I can play this.
I said shut up. I apologize for not realizing you are deaf.
That's my boy Avon. Yeah,
no, I do enjoy Kevin Owens like beating up Austin Theory and then yelling at him, "Who's your daddy?" Like, I think that is awesome.
Screw all of you.
Yeah,
that's like my all-time favorite clip.
Yeah,
it's like screw, like she really means it. Screw all of you. It's like, all right.
Yeah, I'm definitely like that with the crowd sometimes.
Yeah, I know. It's just like, shut up. But I mean, what are you gonna do? They pay. Well, we know what they paid, so I guess you pay your money or whatever. But yeah, so of course, it was just a great celebration. It was a great party, and then Bianca and her friends just had to ruin this celebration.
But it was a very odd. The whole thing was odd because I had no idea who just like, it was just weird. It was almost like Alexa. It was very like, you wrestle Bailey tonight. I was, it felt like that, where I was like, where did this come from? Like, oh, Alexa and I have had this big history. You have? When?
I require a history lesson.
Yes, I don't. and they tried to make it like they were these big legendary rivals. And I'm like, Bayley's legendary rival to me has always been Sasha Banks.
Yep.
So I was kind of like, unless this is an NXT thing, I require elaboration. Like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't get what was going on.
Yeah. Absolutely, Joe.
AEW is the worst. I haven't seen AEW.
I haven't seen the AEW crowd, to be honest with you, but I don't doubt what you're saying. I just can't stand it sometimes when the crowds start like that. I really get like annoyed. So, and
it's like, it'd be, you can't like mute them, right? Like it's like it's just crap you hear. But so Bianca, Asuka, Alexa came out. Yeah, they decided that Alexa was going to be the one. I mean, that just seems super rare. And I thought, we'll get to it when we get to the match, because really there's the Rhea Ripley thing, which, I mean, I made a note, but it's pointless to talk about it, really.
I don't like, this is really getting annoying to me. Like, first of all, they're like, oh, she made Dom a man. I'm like, oh, so you basically are admitting on live TV that the two of you had sex.
I didn't even know that they had said. I didn't even realize they had said that.
Yeah, they're like, Dom's a real man now. It's like, why? Because he joined Judgment Day, or because Rhea Ripley had sex with him?
That's what I wanted.
Yeah,
I wanted. That's what I like.
You want him to go to the ring with her like that?
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Dominic Mysterio. Okay, so I'm going to say this about Judgment Day. Dominic Mysterio goes to the ring with them. And they should have made this guy a heel 50 years ago,
right?
Or however long ago, because he shows up and people immediately boo his face.
Yeah.
Like, here's his face and here's people booing him, like all over the place. The Judgment Day has never had this much heat until Dominic Mysterio joined that squad.
He made them better.
Yeah.
People despise them now.
Yeah. Like, he showed up and it was like, oh my God. It's like all you needed. But you know what? I look at Dominic Mysterio. I can't stop thinking of Best Buy. I'm sorry, I can't. And he was trying to talk. And even Rhea Ripley's like, you better speak up. Basically. And I'm like, yeah, what is this guy? Why is he sound like an accountant from like the 8th floor? Listen, guys, I'm here to I'm like, what is going on? You're a wrestler. You just joined this badass faction and you sound like, Irvin the water boy. Like, what is going on? Rhea Ripley, yeah. Someone needs to beat. She gave a suplex to Riddle. Someone's eventually going to wake up and say, I have to do a wrestling move on Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley's only 25?
Yes.
Oh my God. So wait, how old is Dominic? He's
like 28 or something.
So how is he? Wait a minute. This math doesn't work out here. Hold on a second here. Oh, he's 25 as well. Wait a minute. They're both men and women already. They don't have to make each other anything.
Yeah. Well,
that's weird.
Dominic looks 25 and he's 25. He looks about 12.
Right.
Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's really bizarre. But everyone just hates Dominic Mysterio. Yeah, why is Edge on the shelf again for fun? The man's been on the shelf. He's more on the shelf than my books. Like, what is going on? Yeah, it's just terrible.
On the shelf.
Yeah,
Edge, there you are.
There's
Edge, the new. Here comes the money.
It's like Edge is always on the shelf. Like, he came out of retirement to be injured.
What about Aaliyah? She's on the shelf too.
Aaliyah's on the shelf.
It's like, shelf. So it's like, is that? Oh, this isn't. Is this her? Oh yeah, that is her.
Yeah, it's her for natural hair color.
Who's this guy? Oh, it's like, what the hell? Like, why is that coming up? Yeah, but I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why all these people are on the shelf for. It's like time to like get stuff done here.
I mean, it's easy. Well, they have to keep bringing more women because they seem to get all injured or like Edge is the one that's baffling. He came back. He wrestled in the Rumble. Randy Orton put him out with a triceps tear, I think it was. He came back, wrestled Randy Orton, he wrestled Roman Reigns, and then he joined. He started Judgment Day, and then he got on the shelf with some, kayfabe. He got beaten through a table, and then he came back. He's like, "Yeah, I'm back," and now he's got an MCL sprain, grade 2 sprain. I'm like,
is it a real sprain?
I have zero idea. I don't know anymore with all these like Charlotte Flair broke her hammock bone, aka she got married.
Right. Right. Yeah. That was rubbish. She just got married. So it's like, now I don't follow Edge or anything on if he has like Twitter or whatever.
I think he does.
So
yeah,
I have no idea what's actually like what is actually going on with that guy. Maybe he's injured. So let's see what Joe says. I can't believe we've seen Dominic for at least 17 years of his life on TV since he was involved with the Eddie Guerrero Pappy feud SummerSlam. Wow. Let's look up Dominic Mysterio 2005. Oh my God. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's him.
You know what's crazy? He still looks the same as he did when he was 8.
He looks the same, yeah. You can tell it's him. Well, we got to give him a chance. Let's see. I mean,
he's hated. I'm still trying to figure out how Rhea Ripley suplex Riddle, and more so, why Rhea Ripley is the one suplexing Riddle when Dominic Mysterio is there and could be suplexing Riddle.
Well, here's them hanging out. But yeah, there you go.
I also like how Rhea Ripley looks like she's having fun no matter what she's doing. Like she's getting beaten up and she looks like she's having fun.
I'm destroying this person, but it's still okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So, anyhow, the final match.
Yep. All right, so then we had so really we really had Alexa versus Bayley as the main event of that Raw. So Control had a new song or something. They got that at
Clash of the Castle.
Yeah, okay. So I didn't really notice it till now.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And the commentators kept saying, "Oh, the goddess, we need to bring the goddess back." So I don't know if that's a clue.
This is, and again, I think this was Joe who brought this up. They really went in overdrive, like, she's not the same.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on? What are you guys doing? Like, they just kept saying it over and over again, and it was especially Corey Graves. I'm like, do you guys not want to put this person over? Like, I don't understand, because she hasn't changed yet. She's still the same vanilla face. I don't know what to say. Like, would I prefer to be the goddess? Hell yes. But I was like, why do you guys just keep like putting her down? Like, it's weird.
I don't know. I don't know what maybe it's just to ease us into it or what. But I don't really understand. Like, it's like the goddess is just her regular, is just her, right? Like, like it's this twisted. What do you call her? What do you call the other one? The Fiend? No.
Well, it was like she was like I don't know, Dark Alexa. I have no idea what you called her.
Yeah, like I don't.
Alexa Bliss Fiend. Like yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be like yeah. I guess it's like it's more like this version.
Yeah.
It's basically Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Right. To me, it looks like Harley. Like this. This here is like Harley Quinn, right?
Yeah.
So the goddess is just like her normal thing. And
Well,
Bailey made
like,
a Lily too.
Alexa Bliss Vicious Edition.
That looks cool.
Right? Like it's just they're basically saying Alexa Bliss needs to be a heel.
Right.
Where it's like, okay. But
yeah, it's basically Harley
like,
Quinn.
Like if you're saying she needs to be the heel, Alexa Bliss, and the commentators just keep saying she needs to be a heel, then just make her a freaking heel. I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Like even wrestling this match, Asuka was holding the doll. She still had the doll, like, but she just brings the doll down. I'm like, what is she doing with it? Other than it sells merchandise, but like, I don't understand. I'm very baffled by the Alexa Bliss character.
They I don't think the doll's on here anymore. It's sold out. Yeah, it's sold out.
That's impossible to get Lily now.
They had it when I first. Yeah, I didn't get this thing, but this is what I was talking about, the plaques. This is cool.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. Free shipping isn't too bad, but I got 25% off, which was better. But yeah, I guess they wanted to come back. So, I mean, I'm trying to see my notes here. The commentators. Did you notice that for 1 second the lights went out?
Yep.
What the hell was that?
No, that wasn't scripted because even the commentator, I don't think that was scripted because even the commentators went,
And Bailey too was like, what? And then it went, it's like, so
if they were doing the Fiend, if they were like, oh, the Fiend, I would be like, all right, cool.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
But, okay, so that was just weird.
Did you see Bailey calling spots again? I did.
I was trying to look. I thought I caught one.
Yeah, she was calling spots again.
She was calling spots again. Damn, what is going on? Like, why is this a thing now?
Well, it's more so the camera work is awful. Like they keep going in right close, and you could see Bailey turning her head and talking to Alexa Bliss.
Yeah,
and she wasn't taunting her. She was literally saying, like, calling the next sequence. And I was like, stop. Bailey is running the matches. This is known. Stop doing this. Because now I'm like, I'm taken out of it again. I'm like, oh, yeah, there's Bailey calling the freaking, spots again.
Yeah, and I caught them. And I did catch the zooming. And I was like, why are you guys so close? Like, who's telling you to zoom into their fucking face? Like, I don't get it. Why is that happening? It's like, it's like, oh, we get it. Like, keep it back, right? Like,
yeah, it's just.
I don't think
bad.
Yeah, I know. That was weird. She did the Bailey to belly, Bailey to belly, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah,
Bailey to belly.
Yeah.
And then so she kicked out of it though.
Yeah, that used to be her finisher.
Right.
Now it's the Rose Plant.
Yeah, Rose Plant.
I don't think Alexa wrestled a particularly good match.
Right.
It looked very sluggish.
It did.
They had Alexa feign or legit have a knee injury, and I'm like, that really sucked the momentum out of the match.
Yeah.
I mean, if they were so the narrative was Alexa and Bailey have this historical thing. Well, if you wanted Alexa to come off looking bad and like she should turn heel, this is the match.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
Because it was just, she was very sluggish. The pace was very sluggish. Selling this knee injury was just really annoying. There was no real purpose to it because Bailey controlled most of the match anyway. Like, Alexa never looked like she was confidently in control at any point in time. Like, even when she was hitting moves, she looked like she was in enormous pain. And I'm like, seriously?
Yeah, I don't know if she was injured or not. I literally just thought Bailey just beat the crap out of Alexa Bliss for 10 minutes.
Yep. And then pinned her.
And then pinned her. You're like, I mean, I'm okay with that because I like Bailey.
Yeah.
But
yeah. And for Alexa, it's like, what was the point of this? Like, this was a really weird, badly executed match. Just either not well thought out or not well executed. I don't know which.
Maybe a little bit of both.
It was actually kind of boring to watch.
Yeah, they do. You know what's happened? Yeah. What's happened is that this is like comic books as well. And I was just listening to Rob Liefeld's podcast, and he was talking about Alan Moore talking about this, how it's like, you know, things run its course sometimes, and you're like, you need to update this a bit or spice it up or something because, you know, like I heard DC's going to reboot it again. So now Rebirth just came out. They tried, but they have to, Steve. It's trash. Nobody's reading DC. Nobody wants Nubia and Jonathan Kent, and it's all trash, right? They don't want anybody. They're going to use Nightwing. They're going to use Nightwing to reboot like how they used Barry to get Rebirth. They're going to use Nightwing to rebirth. We'll talk more about it on Thursday. But my point with this is that sometimes people run their course. And Asuka, yeah, it's cool, but like, okay, it's time to like
move on,
do something completely different with her.
Yeah, change
her up a bit. Alexa Bliss, they need to pick something new.
Yeah,
you know, like right now, Bailey's there with damage control. Like people like, okay, if we look down below, like Ronda, she can always be Ronda because she's just a known name. Period. It's like, okay, Liv Morgan's got this good thing going now. Let her stay. Bianca's got a good thing going now. Control's good. Raquel's got a good thing going. Charlotte Flair will come back, right? And Charlotte Flair's one of those timeless characters, just like Ric Flair was. Ric Flair is just timeless. It's like, you know, kind of this rich guy who's awesome and doesn't give a shit about you. That always works. But something like Asuka or Alexa, where it's like these are specific characters, like her being Harley, it's just Harley Quinn. Like as soon as I saw her, I'm like, oh, this is the Harley Quinn wrestler, right? And it's like, okay, Harley Quinn's done. No one cares about Suicide Squad anymore. You know, Harley was popular for that time. I don't think, you know, Margot Robbie's not coming back anytime soon, I don't think. So it's time to move on from that. And they kind of did, but they moved on to nothing.
Yeah. She's very vanilla.
So yeah, they moved on to nothing. It's like, oh, look, Alexa Bliss is super attractive. Yeah, okay. She certainly is. And I'll watch just for her to come on, I suppose. But it's like, it's not interesting. So it starts to be one of these like, oh, what's going on the iPad?
Yeah. Yeah, right? I was looking forward to this match.
Yeah, me too.
And I was like, you literally stunk it up. Like it was bad. And then Damage Control beat up Asuka. I'm like, okay. And then they
didn't help that I watched this.
Yes.
Right the same time. I just watched this Sunday, and then I'm watching Raw. I'm like, I just watched this, and this was like 10 out of 10. And then I went to this. I'm like, what happened here?
Yeah, and she, you know, Bianca got beat up a bit. I like Bianca's outfit. I like her with the black boots.
Bianca? Oh, I liked her. I like in the black. She looks good in black. Yeah, we looked up Tiffany.
And then she just got beaten up, and then I'll fight you at Extreme Rules, which is like a duh.
Right. Yeah, we were looking up Tiffany earlier. There you go. Like she's pretty muscular.
Yep.
Is she's on NXT right now? I haven't
Yeah.
seen her yet.
Yeah, I didn't see her yet. But I just started checking out the female characters now. Yeah, there wasn't. In fact, it was like I start to notice the crowd again, which was annoying because they were like, let's go, Bailey. Bailey sucks. I'm like, oh, this is a Cena chant. Like,
Right.
seriously, again? Let's go, Bailey. Bailey sucks. I know she's from the Bay Area, but it's just like, and I know she's awesome, but it's like the crowd just wants attention, and I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Like, no, stop. I
was like, I mean, yeah, it's just because there's no lead up to this.
Well, there was no rhyme or reason. Like Alexa came in and Bailey was basically like, I'll wrestle you. It's like, why?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. She should have done that. She's like, yeah. I can beat any of you anytime. It's like, who wants to fight me? Let's do it the old-fashioned way. It's like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, it's you, Alexa. Let's go. It's like, and she's like, I could beat any one of you. You could friggin' do paper, rock, scissors or something. Like, that would have even been funnier.
Yeah.
That would have actually been, and then you could have just been like, well, that's why it's no reason, because she made it into a funny thing. Like,
yeah.
It's like, I'll beat any one of you. It's like, let's go alphabetical order. Looks like Alexa, that's you. It's like, you think you could just beat me? It's like, sure, I could beat you. It's like, you want to do it tonight? Yeah, we'll do it tonight. It's like, I'll it's like, hold the champagne, girls. I got to take care of this little Miss Bliss here, and then we'll whatever. And then she could have said, yeah, we had some run-ins in NXT, and I beat you up in NXT, so I'll just beat you up here. It's like, that's fine. It's like, bring your little doll, or don't bring your doll, and no one cares. It's like, is that your only friend? Like, what's going on here? Like, she could have done that.
There's not enough teeth in the WWE where you have them really go after one another. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
they're just struggle with the teeth, where it's just like, if I went into that, I go to a guy and say, listen, if I'm doing promos, I'll lead it in the direction, but I gotta do the promo my way. And I would come in and just be like, whatever. Like, if I was there in Judgment Day, like, Finn Balor used to be number one with a bullet. What's now? You're a pansy. You don't even come out as a demon anymore. Damian Priest, you're a A-list body with a C-list talent. Like, Rhea and Dominic. Well, Rhea's the man and Dominic's the woman, so there you go. Like, where is this? Go after them. Really hit them hard. There's none of that. There's just like, you suck and blah, blah, blah. The only one who's kind of doing that now is Kevin Owens. That's why I love Kevin Owens. I watch everything he does. Because he comes out, he's like, how's your jaw? How's your jaw? Oh, you got knocked out. Oh, that's too bad, eh? Well, I'm going to knock you out again, basically. And he's hitting him. He's like, who's your daddy? I'm like, I love this guy. Because he's got a personality.
Yeah. Like, and Damage Control really needs to do a little bit more of that, right? Like, yeah. They need to be a little bit rougher on some of these girls or whatever.
You do. Like, you need more teeth. You need more, like, let them go after one another. Seth Rollins did it. He went after Riddle, like, big time.
Yeah.
That's what you need. Like, the Riddle-Seth Rollins feud feels like a proper feud.
Oh, yeah.
Because of how they went at, like Riddle and Rollins went after each other. It got personal. You got to make these feuds personal, not just, I haven't wrestled you yet, let's figure out a reason and then let's get in the ring and have a match. No, you got to come out and be like, you suck. Like, you sucked yesterday, you suck today, you're going to suck tomorrow. Like, 10 years from now, I'm going to look you in the face and say, you suck. Like, Paul Heyman comes out, he's like, oh, the wise man. I'd be like, Paul Heyman, I got 3 letters for you. ECW. Oh, where's that? Oh, yeah, you ran it into the ground. You couldn't run a frigging toilet. You're going to come out and tell me about the tribal chief, the guy who's got 3 frigging moves? Go get your fat ass back on the plane and get out of town. I don't want to look at you again. Okay?
That would be funny. It's like It's like, oh, Roman Reigns, you've got two belts. Well, that goes along with the 2 moves, so that's great.
Where is that?
So this is what I would have done with damage control. I would have had the party and be like, and not only that we've got the 2 belts, but we've got a new member of damage control. And it's like, hit the music, and then there's no music. And it's like, all right, they're already here. And she pulls out Lily, and Lily's wearing like a Bailey t-shirt or something.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Right? Or like the ding dong t-shirt. She'd be like, Lily's joined damage control. And then they go back to Alexa Bliss's thing, and Alexa can't find her. Like, Lily, where are you? It's like they took her and she joined. It's like, she's joined us. Woohoo.
Yeah.
And then you could have a whole thing. You could have her come out and say, give me your back and all that. And it's like, why? She can make her own decisions, Alexa. You don't own her. It's like she's part of damage control now. And it's like she's done hanging with you. And then Alexa Bliss could go crazy again or whatever. Be like, oh no, she betrayed me. What's going on? And it's like, there you go. That's a quick, and that could just be, in that angle could just be like a Extreme Rules angle. Like you do that for a couple of weeks, that gets resolved at Extreme Rules. That gives Bailey, that could have given this match something. And at the end of that match, Alexa Bliss gets pinned because they use Lily in some way, and then Lily Lily's there and she's like, Lily, and then she gets hit and it's like, oh my God, Lily, you like betrayed me or something and all that. And then she's like, I'm done with you. And then she just goes insane or something. I don't know. And then that you can move Alexa onto another thing.
Yeah. No, that would work. I mean you need to figure out and give them time to make it personal. They're not making it personal. And it's just like, Alexa, you and I have fought before. Let's fight again. No. Why are you two fighting? It's literally like Monster of the Week. No. Figure out a reason to be like that. Have her, this is why if I was a wrestler and I was allowed to do what I wanted, every frigging feud would make sense. Right? I would like a wrestler who's I don't get involved in anyone's business, but if you get involved in mine, then I'm going to take you out. What I actually would like is you have the guy wrestle and then someone interfere, and he doesn't interfere against my character, against someone else. And then I'm like, yo, I don't interfere in your match. Why are you interfering? So next match that person has against whoever, I come down with a steel chair and hit the guy with it and be like, there, now I interfered in your match. And that's how you start it up.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, because this is why the jobber matches were important. Yeah. Because if you needed to springboard something or start up something, you can have a jobber match, someone interferes or does something, and then there you go. So what can happen is that if you don't want to do that, instead of just having Bailey versus Alexa, have Bailey versus some local talent, or how they do that, and she just kicks the shit out of them. And it's like, okay, Bailey's got a match, and then someone can come out and say something or whatever. It's like but it's better doing that than wasting Alexa Bliss in this random match, because now it's that's a tainted angle.
So you had her in a no reason match. It didn't work well, and the commentators just ran down Alexa. There is no possibility that Alexa Bliss character or wrestler looks good after that Monday match. No one will want to see her because it's just other than she's a hot woman.
Right.
Because it's just why? Yeah. I agree with that, Joe, because
I agree with that, yeah.
She does have ring rust. Bailey works she does not work like she did in NXT or pre-injury. You're absolutely right. She works very slow and very methodical. And she's a great ring general. I won't doubt that. She's a veteran. She knows how to call a match. She's had great matches in the past. Yeah. But she's slow and she's methodical. She's ponderous. It's almost like she's afraid of her injury, or I don't know what it is, but it's making it boring. It is.
And I just I just watched this, and I'm like, oh my God, Bailey versus Sasha, that was crazy.
No, that was incredible. Yeah.
I was like, where's that? what's going on? And I thought, what is it? Just like, is she just nervous or whatever? I don't know. Or are they changing it to like, if you want to be this technical wrestler and you're doing all these technical things, okay, that's fine. But like, even that needs work too, right? So,
well, it's just, she's like, you saw when and you see what happens when you get a wrestler who is entertaining. Alexa Bliss has had good matches since she's come back. Her character's no good, but she's had decent matches. But if you let Bayley not run the match, but like dominate the match, it just kills it. There's no story behind it. They gave Alexa a fake thing, and Bayley's not wrestling very explosively for whatever reason. It's just it's a killer thing. Like, I was watching that main event, and I'm like, this is awful. I
wonder why. You think her is she still injured? Do you think, or is there something
with Bayley?
Yeah,
I think Bayley's just like, she had a very serious injury. I think she may be afraid of. She was already getting away from that a bit, wrestling more like a heel, which is more like a heel should be more like, if you get an explosive wrestler as a heel, they're going to turn into a face. You don't want Bayley to turn into a face. But she's wrestling at a point where I'm like, she's almost afraid of re-aggravating the injury. It almost feels like that. Like, she doesn't want to do anything too crazy to hurt her leg again. That's how
did she? I don't even know how did she hurt it?
I think she's wrestling a house show.
Man, that's brutal. Well,
I'm not, either that or training. That's the two ways everyone gets hurt now, is house shows or training.
Which is so brutal. It's
if you're training, it's just like, guys, what happened?
Yeah. I mean, WTF, right? Like,
well, that's how Cody got hurt. He got hurt training.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like, yeah. Braun Strowman, they're kind of doing that now. He's just running over people now, which I like. I like Braun Strowman just running over people.
Yeah. Let's get some
because
more,
eventually it's going to come out that he's going to have to wrestle, Omos or Roman.
Right. All right. Well, that's pretty much it. Anything else to look up? So I my orders
coming. You want to show what you got for Bayley's plaque?
Oh, I can show you guys. Yeah, and I can.
And the mini belt.
Yeah, I can show you that on the WWE shop. So this is what I got. Cool. But I paid $50. So that's what I got.
Nice. So that's Liv's belt, right?
I don't know what I think it's just the generic. Yeah, it's what belt that Liv has right now, yeah. Because you can actually buy like specific, not for the mini ones.
No, but you can buy specific versions of belts.
Yeah. But not for the mini ones. And this is the plaque I got.
Yeah, it's wicked. You always know who's the champ of where because the championship is the color of the show. So blue is SmackDown, red is Raw.
Right.
Well, Roman's got both, and he wrestles once every 5 months. So
yeah, so I got that. So I was gonna grab one for Becky. And they had this one, but this was like, this is Royal Rumble match, like
you want an important one. Like the best one to get is the one you can't get, which is the 3-way that was main event of WrestleMania.
Right.
Ronda Charlotte.
There's this one, but it was like who did she fought? She fought Liv Morgan. Like, really? That was it. And I wanted ones that have the actual. But see, this picture's not that good. I wanted like a good picture, like that Bayley one was really good.
I don't really know how they missed out on Becky All Belts.
No, they. Oh yeah.
I'm still wondering how they missed out on that obvious one.
I don't know. Yeah, like why didn't they do Becky All Belts? That would have been the best. What was the other thing they had? They got like Control, right? And
When
then
they
they've got
formed, yeah.
This is Clash of the Castle, and then they've got oh no, the one where they formed is sold out.
Oh, nice.
Oh no, it's here. No, it's here. It's here. This one.
Yeah.
And that's a piece. Now you can get these cheaper versions, like half price, if you just want
the picture.
Yeah. Yeah, almost gone. So this is to change the belt to Bailey's belt.
Yeah, I like how they do that, where they style it to the individual wrestler.
Right. So that you can buy, but those are still like $100. I mean, and it's basically free shipping all the time. I don't know why they have this. It's only going to be for deal ends soon. It's free shipping all the time. It's never not free shipping. Like I've never come on here and it not be free shipping. Ooh, look at that one. That's
nice.
Oh my God.
Oh.
You get the hair.
Imagine if I bought that.
You should get that. That'd be super
funny. Stuck it on my head. Yeah, I have this big brain. I'm bald. That'd be awesome.
That would be so funny. You should definitely get that. Oh, this is like a big version of that. So it's like the whole entire shirt. It's a youth. Is this the youth shirt? Oh, it's youth. That's why. Yeah, this is the normal one. It's not bad.
No.
They didn't really have much good for Ronda either. How is Ronda not on here? Reza Ramon.
They have Shotzi there. And they're saying Shotzi Blackheart again.
Yeah, I'd seen that.
Shotzi.
Let's see Sonya Deville. Yeah, I know. I see they say Blackheart. Sonya Deville. Oh, I watched her matches. Her one of her MMA matches.
Yeah.
It was all right. But yeah, she just wasn't cut out for it or whatever. Well, they had Nikita Lyons, I thought I saw. Oh no, they didn't.
Nikki Bella, Nikki ASH.
Yeah.
No
Iron Sheik. I want to see what they had for Ronda.
Very bottom.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. See, he's all.
Yeah, they have the pop again.
I've got this already.
I hadn't seen the pop in a while.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while either. Baddest.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, War Games.
Yeah. Oh man.
Triple H got his wish, man. He's been trying to get War Games. That's how the Elimination Chamber came about.
I like Elimination Chamber.
Yeah. But he wanted War Games, and Vince McMahon's like, no, that was WCW saying anything WCW sucks. And then they did the Elimination Chamber. I'm like, yeah, okay. They're doing
I don't
War
understand.
Games.
Like, you bought this property, and it's like, why don't you use the good parts about it? This is this typical business corporate mentality of like, well, my thing was better. Yeah, but if it's good, then you can use it and make it better. Make it better. I've got that down. I've got that one. Where's that one? Am I not gonna find it? Yeah, here you go.
Make it better. Turn up the good. Turn down the suck. Turn down the suck knob.
Like, you can use from other companies that you own. Like, you bought WCW, so go ahead and use their good things, because like War Games was cool.
Yeah, I liked War Games a lot. I'm glad that he's bringing it back. It worked in NXT. I've always liked the traditional Survivor Series match. I don't think you needed all of them to be traditional Survivor Series elimination matches, but have a few of them, not just one or two, or one to be like, oh yeah, it's still Survivor Series. I always liked the idea. I loved the idea when NXT invaded SmackDown and Raw, and it was actually three-way matches between the NXT person, the Raw person, the SmackDown person.
Oh,
I thought
cool.
that was a great idea. Like Triple H's NXT invaded Raw and SmackDown. I thought that was a genius move. I've always liked stuff like that. So doing war games to me was an obvious thing they should have always done. But now that they're doing it, I'm really interested to see what they do. Yeah. But you know, it's always funny whenever they say a cage with a top, I just call it a cell. I saw this match. It was Randy Savage versus DDP. They were feuding. Yep. Randy Savage is like challenging DDP. And God, I love Randy Savage, but sometimes he would I'm like, what is he talking about? And he was like going on and ranting and raving. He's like, I want to wrestle you in a match, and there needs to be a cage, and there needs to be a top on the cage. I'm like, what? And there needs to be like, you know, like streamers all around the ring, and there needs to be dancing girls. Like it felt like he was just making stuff up. Like there needs to be a steel cage and a top on it. What?
Remember when he came out with the cream? Is that the cream always rises to the top? And you're like, sorry, I was putting that in my coffee. Can I get that? You're just like, what is happening?
It was funny how he always spoke, because he'd start out like a, you know, blah, 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 and he'd get more excited and he'd just start yelling, and you're like, what happened? Like, what is this man ranting about?
The cream always rises to the top. And you're like, I like when there's like, you know, like the wrestlers just say, you know, little sayings and stuff. It's like, okay, what does this have to do with anything that's happening right now? Like,
you remember Macho Man, how he would like his NWO interviews with Elizabeth? You know how they always do little segments, and it was like,
okay.
It's like,
yeah.
Randy Savage and Elizabeth, I was like, what is this man talking about? Like, I literally, like, it was Ultimate Warrior-esque. He was just saying rubbish, but he was doing it, and Elizabeth was like, yeah, you know, and I'm like, what is happening? Like, what is this man
explain yourself?
Yeah, he's like,
what are you talking about?
You know, Macho Man has joined NWO. He's like, did you get a good eye line here? Yes, you know. He's like, I like it when they get a good eye line. I'm like, what is this man talking about? He's just babbling at this point.
You can feel it, dude. You can feel
it. Nothing beats the Ultimate Warrior hijacking Hulk Hogan's plane and murdering the pilots.
And then the police are like, wait a minute, did he just confess to a murder?
And like
Johnson.
Didn't Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 4, I think at Atlantic City, he was going to slam Andre the Giant and destroy the Trump Taj Mahal, and like Donald Trump and his family.
3, right?
That was 3. Well, no, this was 4. So he wrestled Andre again in 4 in the tournament.
Right. Oh, is that what he said that? Okay.
Yeah, because it was at Atlantic City.
Yeah, and I remember the whole segment, and he goes, "Don't worry, you get on top on my back, and I'll hold it up, and I'll hold you up." And it's like the world's biggest back, and it's like, wait, what is going on? Like,
why is there like
Trump
carnage?
needs to reinforce it and all that? I'm like, that's not how physics works. You're already walking on it, so I think it's going to be fine. Like, yeah. You're just
at some point, I'm like, I've lost the narrative here. What are you talking about?
Yeah, at some point in time, we're like, no, wait. This is a wrestling match, right? Like, are we talking about something? Are we still talking about that WrestleMania match, or did we move on to a different topic and I missed it? At WrestleMania, I'm gonna destroy you. It's like, yeah. It's like, I'm gonna take these pilots, yeah, and I'm gonna murder them, and I'm gonna steal the plane. And it's like, wait, I'm not with this guy. I'm not with this guy right here.
Yeah, it's like, how did this become a hijacking? Like, what did I miss part of the story? Like, what happened? It's just freaking ridiculous.
Oh my god. All right, guys, I think we're gonna end it off there. We thought we babbled on long enough. Tomorrow's a break because I can't. I'm gonna watch Ice Pirates tomorrow. Thursday, we're gonna have the open mic. We'll talk about whatever you want, like David Bronstein says. Talk about whatever you want. Come on the line, call the number, talk about whatever you want. And then Friday, we're gonna do Space Raiders versus Ice Pirates. Did you watch Space Raiders or Ice Pirates again, Steve?
I've seen. So I've watched one movie on Sunday and one on Thursday. So I saw Space Raiders. I got to rewatch Ice Pirates on Thursday.
Yeah, so I'm gonna rewatch Ice Pirates as well. But I've seen that many times. But I mean, just to be fair, rewatch it.
You still, I find that no matter, well, unless it's like Batman or something, right, you still find that, hey, I noticed stuff I haven't noticed before. I see stuff I haven't seen before.
Exactly. Yeah, it's fair. It's like I just watched the movie. Hey, Arkham, how's it going? So the open mic stream, that'll be Thursday. Friday's going to be the Space Raiders versus Ice Pirates. So that'll be a lot of fun. You heard Batman. We're talking about Batman on Thursday, Arkham. We'll talk about Batman on Thursday. With DC rebooting its universe yet again, since it's just, well, Rebirth was okay. And then it wasn't okay anymore because there's so many, like, that's not to say there wasn't some good comics, but Wonder Woman was awful. Nobody cared about that. What was her name? Fiona or something? Or there was like a new Wonder Woman, and Nubia, who's an older character, but like, what was the girl's name? Fiora or something? Like, nobody cared about her. It's like nobody cares about Jonathan Kent. Nobody cares about these random Batman, these non-Bruce Wayne Batman characters.
No.
It's like no one cares about this stuff.
Well,
like
even
publishing books and wasting money.
It's even with the mainstream titles now. I'm reading Detective and I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
I have no idea what's going on. So
yeah, so we'll dissect it better on Thursday. So that's it, guys. I posted some reviews of Spawn, so check those out. And I guess that's it. All right, guys, we'll see you hopefully on Thursday, if not on Friday, if not next Tuesday. Take it easy.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.